Support for Sac City is brought to you by Manscaped.com. The products are precision engineered tools for your family jewels. The Performance Package, Ultimate Men's Hygiene Bundle, so you can join over 6 million worldwide who trust Manscaped. We have an exclusive offer, 20% off, free worldwide shipping if you just type in the code SACCITY at checkout. And if my math is correct, that's about 12 million balls. Vinny and AJ is a game changer. Inside the pack, you get the Lawnmower 4.0. You get the Weed Whacker nose and hair trimmer. You get your little deodorant, foot deodorant. You get your little, what is it? What do they call it, Vinny? The Crop Preserver ball deodorant. So your balls smell fresh. You get ball toner. And again, this is Manscaped. You get a pair of boxer briefs to boot. So go and get 20% off and free shipping with the code SACCITY at manscaped.com. That's 20% off and free shipping at manscaped.com.
The New Orleans Saints taking on the Houston Texans tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern. No Breeze. The era of Drew Brees is over. Michael Thomas is here. Jameis Winston's back. Oh, you don't like when I bring up Michael Thomas?
Every time you bring up Michael Thomas' name, I just, in my mind, I'm like, this dude is going to have 2,000 yards. He's going to have 19 touchdowns. He'll break the records. Chris Olave is going to catch another 2,000 yards. This wide receiver room is going to go bananas this year, only because of everything I've said.
That's what basically, if you're new to the show, go check out all of our other videos, by the way, and thank you, and make sure you hit that subscribe button. But Aaron has been dogging Michael Thomas and Chris Olave for most of the offseason. And now, if they were to do all of what you just said, it would make you do what Jameis is doing back there, but not Dubs. It would be the exact opposite. You would throw up the L and you would just start eating L's. That's what you would do.
It is like, now I feel it in my bones. I'm not going to lie. I feel a little pressure. And, I don't really feel a lot of pressure in my life.
I feel it in my bones.
I feel it in my bones. Every day I feel like I get it for whatever reason. I don't know. I'm not even following Saints stuff. I get a random tweet from some Saints beat writer, says Chris Olave shook the defender, catches the touchdown. Michael Thomas runs this. And I'm like, did I subscribe to the damn New Orleans Times or something? Why am I getting these updates? And I think, again, it's just the universe putting this bad juju on me. But you know what? I'm okay. You want to know why? Because the man right here on my screen, right there, if they go off like that, it's going to be because of him. It's not going to be because of them. It's going to be because he played well enough to get the job done. So I got my built-in excuse already. I'm channeling my inner AJ. And I'm going to tell you that it's going to be because of Jameis Winston that these guys have good years. But with that being said, let's be honest. This game isn't about Michael Thomas. It's not about Jameis Winston because he's not going to play. This is about Chris Olave for me. This is to see the rookie in his first action. And I said that I didn't think he could be great in the NFL. Doesn't mean he can't be productive. I'm not saying he's a scrub. But from where they drafted him to be an elite receiver. And I don't think he can get there. I'm looking to see if I'm wrong. And so far, I will admit, at a camp, everything's been positive about him. Everything. And but again, it's camp. I've seen it before. I'm from the show me state. You got to show me.
You know who could show you some things tomorrow for the Saints? Ian Book. Remember Ian Book?
Yeah, I watched him play in a real season game last year, and that was atrocious. That was terrible. It was a Sunday night game, I think it was. As a matter of fact, I think I put money on it because I was
against Miami.
Yeah, it was against oh my God, it was the worst football game I'd ever seen. It was terrible.
Yeah, it was bad. It was terrible. AJ, what about you? What are you looking forward to in this game?
Jalen Petrie on the Houston Texans defense. I kind of wish Derek Stingley was playing, but it's smart to keep him out. He's still, getting back to full health. And, I mean, he's still looking good and playing quite well, but, no need to trot him out there. He's been showing what he can do in camp. But Jalen Petrie is a guy out of Baylor that I've been excited about, was high on coming into the draft. I just want to see how he looks, see if he's the guy that starts to kind of take over that leadership role on the defense, kind of help get people in place and, get off the field when he needs to. Hopefully he's not playing too long, but there's some reps in there. And then you can also look on the Texans side of the ball and kind of look at some of these running backs and see if Dameon Pierce is ready to go, how Marlon Mack will look, even though he's been a guy who's been in the league and just kind of been hurt and hasn't been used because of what goes on in Indianapolis over the last couple of seasons. So, but that's something to keep your eye on because they do have to figure out what's going on in their running back room as well. So if you're looking for the Texans and looking for something to be happy about on that side of the ball, those are some things to keep your eye on: the running back room and that defensive secondary led by Jalen Petrie.
Yeah, you said led. That's what the reports I've been seeing a lot is he's been basically like one of the big leaders of this defense, and he's obviously a rookie, so it's that's huge. And the Texans are one of those teams. The Texans are a preseason team. Like that's where you're like a lot of focus goes on one of those teams because it's like not to be like a
hey, with the backhanded compliment.
Oh shit! I got the Jags hat on too. Damn it.
They're a preseason team. That means they're only going to be good in the preseason. We're only caring about them in the preseason.
And I say that it's similar. I'm not trying to be like just because I have the Jaguars are a preseason team too. Like this, like they're.
What does that mean, Vinny?
By me saying it's a preseason team, it's just there's a lot of things that you can watch for within this team, like for all the strings basically. First, second, and third string, you can be watching a lot because what AJ said with the Texans, it's like you have Marlon Mack and then you have Dameon Pierce. And then you look at you keep going down the depth chart, and this is guys that you're hoping that can make an impact. And there's just a lot of hope and potential with these teams, similar to with what the Jags are. There's just a lot of potential, and in preseason and in training camp is where you watch and see if you can get that potential to blossom before the season starts. That makes sense?
It does. It does. I don't know if potential is the word because just because they got a lot of players we don't know when they're young doesn't mean it's potential. I would say that there's a lot of positions up for grabs and opportunities for guys to step up, right? To AJ's point, I think part of the reason they drafted Jalen Petrie is because they looked in the second round, or I believe it was the second round, and said, you know what? We passed on a Kyle Hamilton for this reason. Like maybe we saw a guy in Jalen Petrie that can come on the back end and do things like that. So you do have a lot of guys on both of these rosters that are younger, right? They're younger. They're looking for opportunities. Maybe they weren't high draft picks. Maybe they weren't, coming out of college with certain skill sets. But they got opportunities. Chris Olave on the Saints has an opportunity, and he was a high draft pick. And then all those young guys on the Houston Texans has an opportunity to make a name for themselves and get an opportunity to play early in the season. And I think that's when you say preseason team, it's the Atlanta Falcons, it's the Houston Texans, it's the Jacksonville Jaguars, where there are so many spots that we're not looking at a guy and saying, oh, that's his spot no matter what. Like there's spots that can be earned. And I think that's what that's about, to your point. So it is a good point. The Houston's going to be an interesting team to watch because there's so many different things that could happen. We don't know who's going to end up starting. It could be a Marlon Mack. Could be a Dameon Pierce. It could be somebody we haven't even seen yet. You know what I mean? It could be that year the James Robinson pops out of nowhere and you see, even though it won't be like Fournette leaving it, maybe the Marlon Mack takes the back seat. Now he's a backup and somebody out of nowhere comes and takes that position. The wide receiver position, Mechie's hurt. It's wide open. Young Nico Collins, and you only got Brandon Cooks there. Who's going to step up for these guys? So it's fun to watch games like that. I think that's what makes preseason fun. Not watching Tampa Bay, who we know is going to – doesn't matter who they put on the field in preseason. Yeah. We know what 22 starters are coming out week one. You don't really have any intrigue there. That's what makes some of those young teams, like to Vinny's point, kind of stand out in preseason. That's pretty much what I meant with the fact that these are preseason teams. Like you said, when you look at like the Chiefs, the Bucks, the Bill, those preseason games, no one cares about that. Like the only preseason games that matter for one of like the good teams is like Baltimore with their streak that they have going on. But like other than that, the Texans are going to be a fun. I think, and I like the direction that the Texans are going in general. We've talked about them even in our offseason previews and training camp talks. This team is heading in the right direction with Lovie Smith and the core that they're starting to build. AJ, you brought up Derek Stingley. He's not going to play in this game, but he should be hopefully ready for week one. This team is on the rise. I like what the Texans are doing, and I do think they win this game. I think they win 24-17, Texans. AJ?
I'm going to go with the Saints, and I'll take your score, 24-17.
Come on now. You already know the answer to this question. My boy, Jameis Winston, he going to roll. Is this in Houston?
It is in Houston.
He gonna roll in his little whip. He gonna drive all the way to Houston. He gonna go stop by the crab shack. He gonna get some crab legs, some chicken wings, and some crab. You know he likes crab legs. And he gonna take it all the way to Houston Stadium. I think it's Reliant. I don't know. It used to be. And he gonna take them dubs. And he's gonna eat them dubs all night long. He gonna whoop the Houston Texans ass. Jameis Winston ain't gonna play, but he gonna make sure that team is ready. Dubs all night long. Give me the Saints 37-6.
Wow.
And Vinny is so frozen.
Am I frozen? Am I frozen?
You
still?
are.
Can you hear me?
You have the blank stare like, oh my God, he picked the Saints 37-6.
Yeah, right. Like,
damn it. I am amazed.
Dubs on the screen.
I will take the Saints 37-6 because Jameis Winston eats them dubs. No.
But